Hello. Welcome to Cardminds. Thank you for stopping by. This is going to be an Aries weekly money and career reading from September 8th to the 14th, 2025. Aries, welcome, welcome. Let's see what messages we have for this upcoming week. Aries weekly money and career, September 8th to the 14th, 2025. Thank you for being here. I hope you are well. Be on the lookout, on the here out for the magic word. If you're interested in putting your name in the hat for a free reading, all you have to do is put the magic word down below in the comments section and be subscribed. I will pull one name and announce it at the end of the month of September. So grab your best headphones, earbuds for better sound, and let's get started. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do we need to know? What are the messages here for this upcoming week for money and career? Aries, September 8th to the 14th. What do we need to know? What are the messages for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? What do we need to know? What are the messages for the sign of Aries? One more card or no? No? Okay. All right. Here we go, Aries. What do we need to know? Let's see what we got. 10 of Pentacles. The Strength card. 10 of Swords. The Devil, Knight of Swords, Four of Wands, sorry, the Lovers, Three of Wands, the Emperor, there you are, Aries, and the Ace of Cups. Interesting. So, you want to remain in control of your long-term financial stability, your long-term goal, your business, your money, the financial balance in your family, helping your family, helping the people around you, being generous with your finances. However, there's sort of a burnout there, right? Reaching a moment of, the fatigue. The fatigue is there. You're hanging in. You're in control. There's a lot of obstacles. You're figuring things out. Maybe you have a business. Maybe you've been in a job for a long time. Maybe there's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders for your family to help out financially. Whatever it is, it feels like there's sort of a burnout there. But I also feel like you're attached to certain ways. There's certain pattern you have in dealing with issues, dealing with money and family, or whatever it is. There's certain patterns there that you have, or certain ways of doing things in your business, or ways of going about your job, or just ways in your life of making decisions where you're sort of attached to certain vibrations and energies, and you have a logic and you have ways of doing things, and that's the way you want to do things. Okay. Now, it feels like there's a little toxicity there, or you're attached to certain things or ways of doing things that sometimes feel a little toxic, or a little manipulative, or a little controlling. I feel like there's a sudden shift here. There's a little impatience. This can be you just the wear and tear of your job, and the wear and tear of your daily routine in your job, or your daily routine in your business, or right? I feel like you're sort of done with the toxicity. You're impatient, or there's a sudden shift of wanting to celebrate, just getting out of the toxicity and getting out of that pattern, and getting out of people that like to manipulate the narrative, or you don't want to deal with that anymore, and you've hung tight and you really have always been in control, and there's nothing you can't face, there's nothing you can't deal with, but you know that you have sort of been bound. And maybe this is not toxicity, and maybe this has nothing to do with patterns, but just you bound to a contract, bound to a contract in a business, bound to a business contract, a job contract, or bound to something, right? That has been, that you might want to get out of, or you're impatient to get out of, or impatient to stop, not have to work with those people anymore, or not have those obligations anymore in that job, or not be bound to that business contract. That is a possibility as well. And I feel like there's a sudden shift here. There's a sudden impulse of sort of getting out of that and being done with that, and being done maybe with confrontations or the wear and tear, and now just celebrating with your family, celebrating, it's almost like a milestone. I'm like done with this. I don't have to deal with them anymore. I don't want to make that type of decision anymore. I don't want to be in that controlling, toxic environment anymore. I'm done doing things that way, or I'm done working with them, or I'm done being attached to them for my business, or to be able to make money. I feel like there's a real decision. It speaks as a decision of who you really are, your values, how people respect you, how you want to be viewed. The Lovers is about integrity, but also making financial choices, business choice, making a choice, right? That there can be a partnership here, and there we go. There can be a partnership, and maybe you don't want to be in that partnership anymore. Maybe you don't want to be bound to that person, or bound to that. Again, there can be a contract involved, or you've been working with this person or this company. It doesn't have to be a person, right? There's sort of a shared income, or shared partnership there. Well, shared, obviously, partnership, shared, right? And either there's a conflict, or there's a resolve of conflict with this contract, with this business partner, or this person, whoever it is. It's going to be different for everyone, but there's feel like there's a conflict, but stepping into harmony, stepping into a resolve of conflict over money. And again, for you in your mind, it's value over profit. And you don't want to be bound to those energies anymore, or maybe you don't agree with their choices, or maybe you don't agree with how things are managed, or what their viewpoint is, or their goal, or whatever. You feel it's a little manipulative or toxic, or just maybe you've just been in that partnership for a long time. You are now developing something new. You're working on something new. Now this can be I'm also feeling maybe there is another partnership, like you're getting out of one and you're going into another, or you're getting out of working with some people and now you're going to start working with other people in your business, or you're getting out of one job going into another job. Whatever it is, it's creative. You're finding joy. You're going to be finding joy in working on these new creative subjects with these new people. There's a real beautiful creative energy and a joy of being in this energy. You are there, you are in charge, you are always sort of the hub of this whole thing. It can be your business, you can be a manager, you can be you're in control, you're in power of this new creative process, or in power of this team, or in power of creating a new business, or creating a new project, a new idea that's developing. Three of Wands, this new idea is going to process forward, is going to be developed, is going to be successful. So whether you're partnered with the same people or not, right, this is going to move forward. The process is, but I feel like you've been, this is a long-term vision, and this is something you've been working on. This is not something you're starting. This is not the premise of something. This is an ongoing process of a business, an ongoing process of a job, of a project, of an idea, of a development, whatever it is, it's going to be different for each and every one. And it's progress. It's long term. It's a long-term vision. And you've already started this. And it's very promising. And it's really, really starting to show results, positive results. Let's dive in. 59% of the people watching this channel are not subscribed. So if you enjoy this channel, find some sense of it, some positivity or clarity or motivation, or just find this entertaining, thank you so much for considering subscribing. It takes 1 second. It's free. Click the subscribe button. You don't have to, it doesn't cost you anything. It makes a world of difference for a channel like this, for small channels, to be able to develop, to progress forward, right? And to get messages out there, reach new people. So thank you so much for considering subscribing if you haven't yet. And for anyone that has subscribed and that has supported this channel from the get-go, and everybody along the way, gratitude to each and every one that has supported this channel. Huge shout out to all the members out there. Without you, this channel probably wouldn't exist anymore. So just gratitude for all the support there and everything you've done for this channel. Thank you. All right, let's dive in here. What is this devil? Let's check out the devil here. What is it that you're attached to, that you felt bound to, or certain obligations maybe towards this partner, towards this business, this contract, but I do feel like there's a bit of controlling, or toxicity, because we have the 10 of Swords. So these people wore you down. These people just put you through the ringer, I feel. Yeah, and there we go. There we have the Death card, like wanting the truth, making smart decisions, clearing the way, being very assertive and smart in your decisions, and protecting your assets. And therefore, you're protecting your assets, getting out of that partnership or getting out of that contract or that energy you're bound to, whether it's a person, a company, whoever it is, right? You're done with that. And it's a milestone for you. Getting away from that, detaching yourself from that. And it can be also just you finally detaching yourself from that dynamic and those, business patterns and toxic business patterns that person has or had, or whatever, or the business, or, the way you did business, or the way you were bound to other people to make money. I feel like this, this Death card is finally putting that to rest and letting go that way of doing business, or letting go those type of contracts. Letting go. It's a whole new ball game, and you're excited about this new ball game. You have projects, you have ideas, you are now moving forward in a new way, and it's a fresh, new energy. Starting fresh. And the Death card is really the element of detachment, letting go. Letting go that something that was not serving you, letting go vibes, energies that were not helping you move forward, or not helping you progress in your career, or not helping you make money, or right. This is really the end of a financial phase, or the end of a partnership, or a way of doing business, and or maybe debt payoff, or right, or the end of an investment in this person, or this way of investing, or this, this partnership. For me, it looks like it's a partnership, or at least, again, that contract you're bound to. And so this is really opening space for a renewal, a rebirth, an exciting rebirth, right? All fresh, starting completely fresh. And now you have a complete new view. It's like you're not you're allowing yourself to breathe fresh air. Before, it feels like you were just in the business tunnel, in the money tunnel, and get the money, make it work, get the contract, keep going, keep going, keep going. And now you're allowing yourself to breathe a little bit, and you're still there. You're still making business. You're still making things happen. You still have all your responsibilities. You're still in power, but it's just something lighter and more creative, and you're allowing a new space and allowing this new, yeah, it's a rebirth, it's a total refresh, and it's so much more engaging and so much more creative. It's almost like from black and white to color, or from being into the tunnel to being out in the fresh air in nature, and just breathing the fresh air and bringing in all the new ideas. The creative juices are flowing. And yes, you're in the center of this, you're ruling this, you're the ambassador of this, the boss of this, right? The emperor of this, but it's such a beautiful, beautiful vibe. I don't know if I need to pull any more cards. It just really feels like a natural vibe. So we're just going to go right to the last message for the road. If you're interested in getting a tarot reading, we do tarot sessions 3 times a week. Sundays at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, Mondays and or Fridays at 7 p.m. or a bit earlier sometimes. The times move around a little bit, but we try to come on 3 times a week so people can get tarot readings. And the way to get a tarot reading, if that's something you're interested in, is joining membership. $5, $10, $10 tier, $20 tier. These are all memberships, all tiers. Give you access to tarot reading. So you can join us, come on the live, get yourself in the chat, ask your question, but you have to be a member, right? That is the perk of being a member, is coming on live and getting a tarot reading. You can ask any question you want. These are real tarot readings. We dive all in. Whatever it is you want to ask, you don't have to ask money and career. You can ask whatever you want. The only type of readings I do not do are health readings, as I am not a doctor, but anything goes there. Anything else you can ask. All right, let's see if there's one last message for the road. There we go. Aries. Weekly money and career, September 8th to the 14th, 2025. The King of Swords, the truth. Yep. Getting the truth. And there's that sun shift. There's that sun awareness. So, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I don't want to be in that partnership anymore. I don't want to be in that tower anymore. Done. There's a real awakening here. And that's why you're getting out of that. That's why. Yep. And there's the Ace of Wands. Breakthrough. New opportunity, new business, starting new, and again, the Ace of Cups. Look at that, and the World. So this is truly successful, but also truly a whole new cycle. You're stepping into a whole new energy cycle, mental cycle, business cycle with the World. Coming together with you're like, you've completed something, you've closed that door, you know you're not going to work with them anymore, and now you're pushing into the sunlight in that beautiful creative mode. Creative juices. This is, you can be even graduating, right, and thinking like, okay, I'm done with that, thank goodness, like, let me start that job, and let me start my business. Like, you're really rewarded for all your time and effort. And you're rewarded long term. And so, yes, this is a new chapter, but it's a prosperous new chapter that is beginning, because everything you've done up to now has propelled you into this new cycle. Maybe the last cycle was tricky, and maybe you had to pull through, and maybe it has been a long haul. And, you know, and finally, this breath of fresh air is allowing you to step into something successful, but also creative, where you can breathe fresh air. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to each and everyone for being here, for sharing your journeys, for sharing your energies. Gratitude to each and everyone. Look at that. Look at these beautiful cards. Out of the tower, into the light. End of cycle. Here's the new chapter. that is going to be the magic word to put down below in the comment section. So if you're interested in potentially getting a free reading, all you have to do is put new chapter ahead, new chapter, okay, new chapter. Just put the words new chapter down below in the comments section. And don't forget to be subscribed. Thank you so much for watching. Aries, have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.